head coach, football coach Matt Beam lives here in Cherryville, my old neighborhood over in Crown Creek. So he makes the trip every day.
He can tell us.
Yeah. He knows exactly how long it takes.
So, not a good start here for the Ironmen defensively. First pitch hits Harrell. He'll head down to first base, and now Michael Botts, the first baseman, stands in to face Dylan Harris.
Don't forget, after the game, we'll have the, forgot our post-game, Settler Service Center post-game show. Sorry, it's been Medical Center so far this year, but Settler Service Center post-game show will be after the game. We'll be giving away best hitter awards, best fielder, MVP, and more. So stay tuned for that after the game. Don't just click off the radio or click off the internet. We'll have some fun stuff to talk about. Till we tell you to, yeah. Throw it down to second base, stolen base. He's got time. Does he get him?
He got him.
Yeah, he does.
Time. The pitch was taken.
High.
Yeah, taken high for a ball with a runner, though, however, is caught stealing down at second base, and that's a good throw there by Hunter Jackson, catcher for the Ironman, and if I'm not mistaken, a freshman?
Yes.
Catcher?
Yes,
yeah.
he is.
Hunter Jackson, a freshman catcher. Bright future there at the catching spot.
Hunter actually won our Best Defensive Player Award in that last Crest game. He did give up a 1-for-1 in the stolen base, but Crest had 20-something base runners, Dave, and nobody else stole, so we went ahead and gave him the Best Defensive Award.
Held him in check. Now Michael Botts stands in there. First pitch from Harris. Curveball swung on. Second pitch swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 to Michael Botts, the number 7 hitter in this Burns lineup. This one, a little check swing, bounced back, kind of handcuffed him. Right back to Harris, and he'll flip it over to first for the 1-3 putout. So 2 up, 2 down here in the Burns second inning, and it'll bring up the second baseman, Cody Fitch.
Boss Tetler getting the start over at first base. He didn't start against the Chargers. I don't know who started and did what against West Lincoln. I know nobody had a hit except one, so not too much hit that I don't know that I could say.
Harris, first pitch is grounded toward third. Hot shot off the glove. Going to bounce over to the shortstop, and Fitch will reach on the infield error. So Burns now trying to start a 2-out rally.
Hot shot over there at third. Can't come up with it.
Right, hard to handle over there, and it will allow Fitch to reach on the error. And now the number 9 hitter, Paul McNeely. So if Burns didn't do anything else, they got their number 9 hitter to the plate. And worst case scenario, they start the third inning at the top of their order.
Is that Frankie Harrell, the pitcher for Burns?
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to update a tweet.
You
folks
can read my writing. You're doing well. I write lineups so fast because you don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, you kind of shorthand some of it too.
Yeah.
For you following along, folks, we are tweeting along at What's Up Shopper. We do all of our games at What's Up Shopper. Then we also retweet at CHS Ironman and at Burns H Bulldogs for this game. Pickoff through to first, and the Ironman have been pretty decent. They've picked off 3 or 4 runners so far this year, David. So Ironman, they're working on their pickoff moves if working on anything.
The count is 0-1 to McNeely.
Figured out where my pen went. Same spot the pencil just dropped to.
That was good. It tracked it down for you. This pitch down and away, a ball and a strike. McNeely, the right fielder, hitting in the 9th spot. Tyler Richard, the leadoff hitter on deck for Burns.
We're in the top of the second. Another pickoff.
First. Yep, he's back in there.
Top second, Burns 0-0, 2 outs.
Burns trails 0-0.
I was getting to the 2 outs. I wanted to trail 0-0. Well, they're not winning.
That's right. Here's the pitch to the plate. Bounces up there. The catcher, nice play. Now the throw to first. Behind him. A little pickoff play back at first, and caught stealing, and a throw behind that time by Jackson, and he gets the runner 2-3 on the putout. Gets Fitch to retire the side for Burns. They get no runs in the inning, no hits, 1 error after the pickoff play, however. Nobody left on base. Inning and a half in the books. Hauser drug Mr. Sparky's scoreboard. 0-0, Burns Cherryville. You're watching and listening live to Ironman Baseball, presented by R&M Motors and Pawn Shop of Cherryville. Broadcast live on whatsupshopper.com, WCSL 1590 AM. Today, Big O Country, WOHS AM as well. We'll be back after this timeout.
St. John's Lutheran Church has a new pastor.
Friends, let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace, get help quickly from people who know their stuff, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend projects.
Ace, the helpful place.
St. John's Lutheran Church has a new pastor. Reverend Eric Childers welcomes everyone to worship at St. John's in Cherryville. Sunday school begins at 9:45 a.m. and worship at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have Lenten services on Wednesdays with meal at 6 p.m. and service at 6:30 p.m. through Easter Sunday. Elementary school youth also meets every Wednesday at 4:45, and high school and middle school youth meet every other Sunday night at 6 p.m. Come visit and worship with us at St. John's Lutheran Church, 310 West Church Street, Cherryville, North Carolina, 704-435-9264.
Care Center strives to...
Back at Fraley Field, we move to the bottom half of inning number 2. Cherryville Ironman will send to the plate Clay Fuller, Zach McNeely, and Spencer Stamey here. And the first pitch is hit down the first base line, just foul by Fuller. Nice play over there at first to run it down, but Michael Botts, but no avail. It's just 0-1 to Fuller. Give a shout out to Vera Aker, big Cherryville Ironman fan, and the mother of Danny Aker, our public address man here in the box today. Thank you for tuning in.
Trying to pick up on what all pitches the sidearmer has. I used to do a little sidearm myself as a side thing. I could throw over and sidearm curves, knuckles, and everything. Foul ball down the right side, and it's interesting to see what other sidearm pitchers do.
Yep. Clay Fuller just hit that foul ball. I think he hit it in exact tracks his last foul ball went in. It's pretty close. About a foot from the line on both. So the count now 1-2 strikes. And
there's a curveball.
Good-looking curveball. That time from the Frankie Harrell, the pitcher. Gets Fuller looking. That one fooled him, Kevin, all the way.
Now that pitch can be so dangerous as a sidearm pitcher, the sidearm curve, because you can backdoor it, you can cut it real hard and make it almost, full slider across the plate. But the one thing you get in trouble with, if you hang it, that ball gets hit hard,
yes,
just telling you from experience. So
here's a pitch that bounces out of the mitt, taken for a ball to Zach McNeely. McNeely, the second baseman. Yeah, we were talking about Fitch in that previous inning there, and Scott Harrell says that Cameron Fitch started at first base the last two games.
Yeah, he started the Crest game, and I guess the West Lincoln game Friday night, too.
Ground ball down the third baseline foul. He is the son of middle school athletic director Dewey Fitch.
And Dewey has been at every game we've been to so far. I see him down there right now. Old neighbor of mine, we used to live across the street from him.
1-1 strike to count to Zach McNeely. No score if you just tuned in. Scoreless here at Fraley Field. Cherryville and Burns, non-conference battle. The pitch to the plate, and that's going to hit McNeely. Look like in the left arm it hits him, and he'll take off to first base. Our second hit batter of the game, one for each team now.
He's got a two-seamer and a four-seam fastball out of that, out of the underhanded sidearm delivery. And when you do the two-seamer that way, normally it goes down and in from an overhand pitcher, but when you're a sidearm pitcher, it cuts inside hard, and that ball cut inside, up and in on the Ironman and hit him, putting a runner on first. And like I was talking about earlier in the game, the Ironmen have had trouble going to right field, and with a sidearm pitcher, everything's going to be moving. So you're hitting moving pitches all day. You're going to have to push the ball into right field. Ball in the dirt, ball one.
1-1, no strikes. The count here to Spencer Stamey, Cherryville's first base runner of the afternoon. Zach McNeely hit by a pitch, stands down at first base. Gets his lead off of first. And the 1-0 pitch on the way to Stamey is swung on and missed. Looked like a breaking pitch out in front of it. Was Stamey. Evens the count 1-1.
Sidearm pitchers are a little bit easier to steal off of, too, if the Ironmen want to get a little cute with it.
A little slower in their delivery. Here's another curveball. This one's fouled off. Stamey got just a piece of it, fouls it toward the Burns dugout. And the count now 1-2.
It's a tough pitch to hit the sidearm curve. It just sits there. It almost looks like it stops, like a Bugs Bunny pitch, and before it decides to break, because it's got to.
If you ever get to where you can do that, you'll have it knocked.
You couldn't hit that, could you? But
Pull it back to you.
It's instead of spinning, 12-6, it's spinning differently.
Swing and a miss, another breaking pitch. A good-looking curveball, and Stamey couldn't catch up with it. Goes down on strikes for the second out here in the Cherryville second. Runner still at first base is Zach McNeely, and it'll bring up the catcher, Hunter Jackson.
Our next Cherryville Ironman broadcast will be live from here next Tuesday night. The Bessemer City Yellow Jackets visit the Cherryville Ironman 7 p.m., David.
Rivalry game.
Will you be here for that one?
I will not.
You got a Lincoln County game that
I
night?
have a Lincoln County game that night. I sure do. Here's a pitch. It's up high. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Won't be in time. Stolen base for McNeely. So now Cherryville, runner in scoring position.
Good job by McNeely getting down in scoring position.
So now maybe a 2-out hit or what have you here will put Cherryville in the lead. Still no score, but 2 down. I'll tell you what, the center fielder is playing about as shallow as I've seen.
We don't have height and weight listed on this, but I'm telling you what, you don't see too many freshman catchers as small as Jackson is, starting high school baseball, and as a catcher, and getting to swing the bat.
Right.
I mean,
I agree.
You come in swinging the bat, and you're, 5'1", 5'3"?
So he's proven himself to the coaching staff.
Oh, there's a hit.
Pretty
Maybe.
well. Back in the gap toward left center, and it's going to be over
Tail
his head. McNeely will come around third to score.
Center fielder wasn't ready. Tail
Was
lights.
playing very shallow. Into second with a stand-up RBI double.
Good hit by Jackson. Just talking about it.
How about that?
There's a reason he's in the lineup, being that small.
Well, he got a good lick on that when he saw it all and ripped it into left center field.
Good clutch hitting. Now, Danny, is that the first lead of the year?
Yes.
Cherryville Ironmen,
Wow.
6 games in, get their first lead of the year. Hunter Jackson with a stand-up double beats the center fielder and the left fielder to the gap.
Impressive. So they never led the Crest
No,
game that you
no.
did, even though they only lost 8.
Crest scored 3, then Cherryville scored 3, then Crest scored 3, then Cherryville scored 3,
They were matching. but
and then
they
Crest
weren't
scored
matching.
2 more.
Well, maybe this can be the turning point for the Cherryville Ironman baseball team here to get something going as they lead 1-0. The first pitch of ball to Austin Mosteller up there now facing Harrell.
Austin's brother watches from school when he gets a chance. Inside pitch, caught the
Inside-
corner.
Yep, inside corner.
Is he here tonight?
Wasn't big a corner by Charles Henry as we saw down at North Gaston
No.
about 10 days ago or whatever it was.
We talked about that octagon-shaped strike zone. Backdoor curve, no good.
Just misses outside with that one. Count now 2-1 to Mosteller. Mosteller, the number 8 hitter in the batting order today for Cherryville. Cherryville leads it here 1-0 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. We are in the second. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed. And that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Mosteller. Yeah, we were talking about some of the teams in the conference, and East Lincoln, I think, if you asked everybody around the league, would be probably the pick as the team to beat, although I think West Lincoln and North Lincoln could figure in. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. Second baseman, however, moves over in front of it. Feels clean, throws to first just in time. Bang, bang play at first, but Mosteller is retired. And that does it for Cherryville here in inning number 2. But the Ironmen do take the lead. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, a hit batter, and 1 runner left on base. We've played 2 complete here at Fraley Field. Your score on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard, Cherryville 1, Burns nothing. Thanks for tuning in today.